What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today, as you can see, is a very special day. We have the Man on the Street content special microphone set, so hopefully everything is sounding really good. I've been using a hard drive so I can record in ProRes, and working on making thumbnails and stuff. So I hope that the quality on my videos, well, I know it's going to continue to get better, but I hope that you guys appreciate the quality of my videos. Today we have a special video. We are going to do a video of exclusively stuff that I have thrifted. We're gonna do some clothes because I found some clothes for myself. We're gonna do some home goods because I find a lot of home goods for myself. That's really what keeps me going. And yeah, we will get into the video. But as you can see, there's a ton of stuff around. I literally have been listing like a truckload of stuff on my eBay. So I'm going to be honest, a lot of it is just eBay stuff, but there will be some good vintage and stuff that won't be getting posted on the Instagram. And if you guys just see anything that you want on the eBay, feel free to DM me on Instagram and ask about it. I will give you a better deal through the DMs. So that all being said, let's get into the video. Also, if you guys hear stuff in the background, they're doing construction right outside my window. It's quite annoying, and it's going to be going on for a while. So hopefully you guys can't hear that. But if you do, it's awesome. I can't park by my apartment anymore. Anyways, getting to the actual content of the video instead of griping about construction. This is the best thing that I've found this year, point blank. I did find a solid haul of dead stock vintage 501s, but to me, this is better just because of the rarity. I know it looks just like, pretty much just like a regular 2000s, like, I don't want to start talking about wars, but 2000s US military jacket. But this one is a little bit different and it is very special. And yeah, I got it at the bins, I think last Tuesday. And yeah, I thought it was going to be sold. Buyer flaked. So if you guys want it, it is for sale. And I'm going to explain why in a second. But this is a vintage Patagonia jacket, actually. And it is produced, I don't know the name of it, but it was produced for the military. I believe it's kind of an experimental piece. And I'm going to talk about some of the things that make it special in just a second. But going over the details of it, I think that my favorite detail and kind of what I'm talking about with this one in particular is it does have the Patagonia tag, but it also has the NATO tags, which some of these will have like that early 2000s silky Patagonia tag. This one has the paper NATO tag, which I think is super cool. I can't quite make out everything, but I think it says level 5 military jacket, 100% nylon, and then it says who made it. This one is a size medium long. It's got the lot number and everything. I think that's the coolest part of this jacket for me personally, just because I feel like you don't really see that many military things double tagged. The only things that I can think of, like US military specifically, obviously there's the Arc'teryx leaf stuff too, but would be like really, really old denim, like, or the military shirts that were produced by like Levi's and Lee. Honestly, I don't know too much about military, but besides that, this is like one of the only things I can think of where they got to actually put their production tag and the military stock tags. So I think that's super cool. And I think that it's cool that this one doesn't have the other silky tag. I think that's really what makes this special. But besides that, it's got kind of more of a futuristic look than your typical military jacket. I mean, they all kind of look futuristic, but I think that just some of the lines and stuff really make this kind of like a futuristic M65 to me. Like you've got these curved lines right here, You've got pockets on the front on each side, and then you've got your zips for ventilation. There you've got these big 3D pockets on the arm with the Velcro for your patches. You've got obviously adjustable sleeves. That's the word I'm looking for. And then I would say one of the cooler details actually is you do have a cinch right here on the waistband so you can cinch it in, but you can also access that through the pocket and cinch it tighter by pulling on this, which I think is a cool detail. And then besides that, I think I really like this elastic that they put on the side because it reminds me of like the elastic on like old Wrangler jackets. And I'll show you guys on the inside out. You can just see it's just a nice piece of elastic, but I think that, yeah, it's just a cool detail. And then I'm not going to take the hood out, but it does have a packable hood. And yeah, I'm not exactly sure like what the purpose of this was. Like I'd have to do more research than I have for that. So if anybody knows and wants to comment down below why these were produced, that would be cool. But yeah, besides that, I just think it's a cool jacket. But the reason that I'm not keeping it, even though I do collect vintage Patagonia, is because I collect stuff that I'm going to wear. And I just don't see myself wearing this thing, to be completely honest. It gives me like a little bit too much of a stolen valor vibe. Because it's like, if I'm wearing vintage military stuff, like from the 60s, like nobody thinks that I like fought in Vietnam, or I fought in Korea, or I fought in World War II. So I'm like, that stuff, fine for the most part, does kind of get, like it does, like sometimes I can feel the energy of stuff, and I'm like, I don't want to be wearing that anymore. But besides the point, like wearing something like this, it just seems a little bit too current for me. So my loss, your gain. If you guys want this, DM me on Instagram and I will give you a better price than I'm going to list it for on eBay. All right, so hopefully, you know what? I'm going to move this. We're going to move all this. Like I said, we are out here listing truckloads of stuff, literally truckloads. There's a picture on my story today. If you guys, I don't know, you're not going to see it probably, but there's a picture on my story today of literally a truckload of stuff that's getting listed on eBay. So that's why it doesn't look great in here. I'm also moving apartments next month. So yeah, I kind of am not too concerned about keeping it like super organized and figuring out where everything's going to go right now. But getting into the clothes that are for myself, starting it off strong with the shirt I'm wearing right now. Stand up a little bit so you guys can kind of see it a little bit better. But we have this 90s 100% cotton Beijing Panda tee. And yeah, it's got like a nice thick cotton. The thing that I don't like a lot of the times about these like Asian tourist tees is that like the fit of them is weird, and you guys are gonna see that with the next one. And like the cotton, like for whatever reason, it's like always super, super thick and almost feels like it's not cotton, but it is. I don't know why that is. If anybody knows, let me know. It's probably just something with the way they make the fabric or the materials or something. This one feels pretty good, but like the neckline isn't great. And I feel like it's getting kind of exacerbated since I have the mic on. But yeah, so those are my gripes with them. If I had one that fit a little bit better, this would probably be getting replaced. But this has kind of become one of my bins tees, one of my workout tees, one of my running out and about tees, because it does have that nice boxy fit. Hopefully you guys can kind of see. If I lift up my arms, it is pretty boxy and it's like pretty wide. So yeah, we've got the China tee. Ni hao, fine shit. For real though. Next one, Konnichiwa fine shit. We have the Japan tee. This is textbook example of like, I don't know how this thing is supposed to fit because it fits awful. This might be supposed to be like a sleep shirt for somebody, but since I am 6'2", it's just a regular shirt for me. Like, I don't know what's up with this. Really, I wish that I had kept my vintage Hokusai tee. I was scrolling through my Instagram like 2 days ago, and like I was like, I've had so much cool stuff. So yeah, this is my Japan shirt now. Same kind of deal. Just wear it to the gym, wear it out. I'm gonna show you guys why I don't like it a little bit. I think that the graphic is really cool though. You've got like Mount Fuji on here. Like, I think the graphic is super cool. But like I said, the material is not great. You've got this distressing, which is fine, whatever. It is single Pringle, single stitch, but these sleeves, like, look at how long that sleeve is. Actually, it's probably better if I just show you this way. And it's also a pretty long tee. Like, it's like a true XL, but these sleeves like go so far and they're so narrow. Like, I like my sleeves to be like here. I like them to be small. But anyways, so yeah, Konnichiwa fine shit. This is going to be listed on the eBay probably sometime in May. That's kind of when stuff is getting out because I do schedule out my listings. So if you want it before then, I'll throw you a deal on it if you hit me in the DMs on Instagram. Again, I'm going to be repeating myself a lot here when I say, like, because I am so picky. I'm going to be repeating myself a lot here with stuff when I say that there's something slightly off, so this is going to be available. But we have one of my favorite things on God's green earth, which is a vintage Polo Ralph Lauren shirt. This one is on that 90s Ralph Lauren tag, just the Ralph Lauren tag with a big pony. As you can see, we have the pony there too. Super cool grid pattern on this. The reason that this one is for sale, you guessed it, it's kind of faded. But it is, so it does fit what I've been trying to find for my wardrobe, which is I've been trying to find the right flannel shirt, and I've gone through a few that just haven't fit me right, but been perfect otherwise. And, you know, this one, like, it's red, which I can kind of get behind, but what I just don't love is that it's a little bit too faded for me. So yeah, if you guys want this one, it will be available. I think these are like the best fitting shirts ever. Like, maybe they aren't, but like, I don't know. I just like the way they fit. Like, it's just such a like iconic fit for a shirt. And I love the button down and everything, like the super American style. But yeah, and this one is not like a thick flannel material. It is more of like a brushed cotton material, but it's pretty lightweight, so you can get away wearing this through the spring, which I think is great. And like also like probably the late summer, early fall too. I think it would be great for that. It's not like a thick winter flannel. So I'll probably get some wear out of it. It's just not likely to be something that I wear all the time. So it will probably be available soon as well. Next one, same sort of deal. Not going to go too far into this, but we have a nice green gingham shirt. This one's got a pretty tight check. This is just kind of like a no-name brand situation, but what I liked about it is that it's broadcloth, 100% cotton, single needle tailoring, so it is pretty good quality. You know, I just like finding these types of shirts at the bins. I really prefer to wear button-ups these days just because unless a t-shirt is perfect, like to me now, I just don't like how it looks with like a jacket or layered or anything. Like, I don't like how t-shirts look like that. I think like t-shirt, jeans, great. But besides that, like, I have very few t-shirts that really fit the way that I want them to fit when I'm wearing like a jacket or something like that. But button-down shirts, you just tuck them in. They always look good, so I've been super into them. I kind of pick up all the ones that I find interesting at the bins and then just cycle through them. But yeah, this one we will be wearing. So yeah, I'll throw this on in a second. Maybe I should put whatever. They're all gonna be piled up. The next couple things are from today, so might not try them on because they are from the bins today and I would like to wash them first. Kind of past that era of my life. But first one, a classic. If you guys have been following the channel, following the page for a while, you know that I love these things. We have a vintage 90s Carhartt sweatshirt. I think that a lot of Carhartt's stuff that they make that is not the work jackets that are super hyped or the double knees or whatever, I think all that stuff is criminally underrated, specifically the flannels. That's kind of what I was alluding to earlier. Like, the only problem is that these sleeves are always too short for me, but they're flannels. If you're shorter and your arms aren't as long as mine, go on eBay, check out their flannels. They are like literally the best ones. Carhartt, rugged wear, rugged outdoor, I forget what it is. But that's kind of the line that makes all of this stuff, like the sweatshirts. I used to have like a double-lined sweatshirt from them, or a double-lined hoodie, I should say. They do make a double-lined sweatshirt. Like, all their stuff is great, and you can find it for pretty cheap. So I think you guys should check it out. But I was pretty excited to get this because I pretty much only have reverse weaves, and this is kind of a single V situation, embroidered Carhartt. See that like 80s, 90s tag. This one's probably a 90s one because the 80s ones are like on a different tag. It'll say rugged outdoor wear, and it's pretty lightweight from the wear, and it is like this really nice French terry style material. So excited to wear this one around. And yeah, I don't really have anything that's not a reverse. I literally don't have any sweatshirts or hoodies for that matter that aren't reverse sleeves right now. So I think that this one will be a great addition to the wardrobe, especially since it's lighter weight, since we're getting a little bit warmer. Throw that in the pile. Next, I just wanted to show you guys this so quick for fun. We have a pair of Nike shorts. I don't know what it is about some Nike shorts. These ones aren't the ones that I really want because these are a longer inseam. They don't have pockets, but like there's something about this specific, like I'll make sure you guys can hear it. Like when it sounds like that, like this polyester, that it's kind of like dry, I guess would be the way I would describe it, if that makes sense. I don't know. I just really love this material for like workout shorts and stuff. So that's why I picked these up today and just hit weight. So last thing we have, I have a couple pairs of these that I found. I'm just going to show you one pair because it gets, actually, no, I guess these are different. Never mind. I guess I got to show you guys two pairs. We have pair of Wranglers. These aren't vintage, but they are nice. They're getting nice and worn in, nice and faded. Honestly, I legitimately did not have any dark wash denim until a couple weeks ago when I found a different pair of Wranglers. Again, not vintage, but it kind of doesn't matter with Wrangler. But yeah, they just have a nice fade going. Somebody definitely like worked outside and these was a cowboy. And yeah, I just pick up good jeans when I can. And I think that Wrangler makes good jeans, probably the best out of any of the major, like the Lee, Levi, the big three that are currently making them. Wrangler definitely makes the best. But yeah, these are the 936 DEN ones, which means that these are just slimmer than the other Wranglers I have. So yeah, we'll see how I like the fit of these. But these are gonna get thrown through the wash, and I will grab the other pair because I thought that they were both 13 MWZs, but grab the other pair. Oh, I should throw that in the hamper. I don't know if you guys can see me or not. All right, we're back if you guys couldn't see me. This is the other pair of Wranglers that I thrifted recently. They do have the phone fade, which you guys know I'm not a fan of. But these ones are the 13 MWZ, the original cowboy cut. They have a nice fade going. They're my go-to light wash denim. They're my only light wash denim. Well, I guess now they aren't, but yeah, super classic. These ones are definitely wider than that pair, so I'm interested to see how I like that pair. But yeah, nice pair of light wash jeans. All right, guys, now we are going to get into what, in my opinion, is the exciting part of the video. We're going to start talking about some home goods. I don't know how much I've shown you guys on this channel. I honestly can't remember, but most of my stuff is from the thrift store, or it's from like yard sales, or like literally on the side of the road. And I have some pretty cool stuff, but I'm gonna show you guys the stuff that I got like the past few days to week-ish. And if you guys are interested in this type of content, leave a comment down below. When I move, I already wanted to do this content, but I definitely will if you guys want to see it. We will be doing more apartment content because when I move, I want to be a little bit more intentional and like planned out about how I decorate my apartment, and like figure out what pieces I want to build around, like what kind of style, and just like actually plan it out versus it kind of just being what I find, although I'm still going to be finding stuff. But yeah, I think I have like a good grasp on that now, but I think just like I said, just planning it out more, I want to show you guys like the blank canvas, so to speak, and then show you guys like how I am intending on filling things out, and then how it actually comes to fruition. But with that all being said, let's get into some cool objects. And my personal philosophy with this stuff is, if I grind it out and I work really hard and I list my stuff on eBay and I just suck it up and do that, I'm allowed to buy as many knickknacks and just random things as I want. And my philosophy is, if I find something good, it kind of doesn't matter what it is. I'll pick it up because it's the bins, and the worst case scenario is we list it on Facebook Marketplace for a steal for somebody else, and I still probably make 10 times what I paid. So that being said, today we found a grail of mine. You guys can probably see it right here because I keep looking at it. But we have, and this thing is freaking heavy, a vintage Art Deco, like nude woman dancing swinger statue situation. Now this one is not like the Holy Grail. I don't know, I honestly don't remember who made it or whatever, but they're like these bronze French ones. They're very, very expensive. This is not that. This is kind of like a reproduction from probably like the 60s or so, but it is still like just a really pretty piece. Okay, you have obviously this nude woman who is a dancer. She's made of brass. She hasn't been cleaned because I just got her. And then this marble base. And yeah, this thing is freaking heavy. Like you guys definitely can't tell, but this thing probably weighs at least like 10 pounds. But yeah. Ugh. Ooh, that didn't sound good. Actually, this is from 1984, so I was wrong. I saw the sticker on the bottom, but that's who made it. Enesco Imports. So it is made in Taiwan, but yeah, still super cool. Still going to look really rad in my space, and I mean it's heavy, so but it was still probably like just like $10, since you pay by the pound. So that is our first object. I'm just gonna go with the ones that are right in front of me right now, and then maybe I'll take you guys. I kind of don't want to take you on a tour though, because I have a really jank camera rig now, but that's why you have good sound quality. So anyways, next thing that needs some cleaning up, that is going to be a theme for this stuff. I just need to clean it. is this big serving bowl statement type piece. You can see it's kind of got like a hammered look to it on the side. It's made by Dansk in India. Yeah, needs to be clean. I would not eat out of this, but I'm a big fan of buying like metal stuff and wood stuff that looks cool. So that's what, and ceramic stuff. So that's what this is. Haven't figured out what it's going to become yet, but yeah, I couldn't pass it up. And this stuff also really helps me because the way the bins are set up here, if you hit a certain weight, it is really, really cheap. And stuff like this helps me hit that weight if I don't find enough clothes. So there's that. Next thing we have, I will always pick up art, even if it's messed up, although there was a really gorgeous museum quality, I forget what the artist was, but it was like, it was one of the Impressionists, like lithograph museum, like print, super nice. These people ripped it in front of me, like poster size too. It made me so mad. It like fit the color scheme that I want to go with and everything. It made me really mad that they like just threw it. But that kind of happens a lot with stuff. So I do kind of have a pile of prints and lithographs and stuff that just like don't have frames, and I'm planning on getting them frames and replacing the frames on the stuff that I have on my wall so that it's more uniform and congruent and looks a little bit better. But yeah, so I just kind of have that stuff laying around. But this is an example of that. We've got this like Chinese calligraphy. I think these are like koi fish. Yeah, ni hao fine shit. This will probably get framed. If not, it'll get thrown on Facebook Marketplace. This one is another cool one, kind of a similar situation. As you can see, it's ripped, but I picked it up because it was too cool, and it's a piece of paper, so it weighs nothing. But this one is Japanese. I forget what the name of this is, but it is like a Hiroshige print, which is kind of this like 1800s, I believe. It might be earlier than that actually, but series of watercolor prints that depict a traveler's journey across Japan. There are some pretty raunchy ones that are super cool that I kind of wish this was, but this is a famous one. And yeah, I've actually seen like an entire set of these like in order at an art museum. So it's cool to own a print of one, even though it's kind of messed up. But yeah, this will also be getting framed. Next things that are within arm's reach, also from today, we've got this West Elm vase that I honestly don't have a plan for yet, but it just looks very Scandinavian, very mid-century modern. It's got like a really nice turquoise color, and then these kind of like, I don't know if the right word is etching or not, but it's got that. And yeah, it's from West Elm. I actually just don't pass on West Elm when I find it at the bins, because I'm like, worst case scenario, again, it will sell quick on Facebook Marketplace, and then I can buy something I want. This one, from what I found, just because I was curious, actually hand thrown, which is really cool. So yeah, it feels quality. It's super heavy, and yeah, just I haven't figured out what I'm gonna do with it yet. There's probably gonna be some dried flowers in it because that is one of my favorite moves, but I haven't figured out like where I'm gonna put it in my apartment yet. And yeah, I'm gonna cross that bridge when I move into the new apartment. I'm thinking like right now off the top of my head, this might look good in the bathroom, something like that, if I can find the right space for it. So yeah, stay tuned as to where this is gonna go. Ugh. All right, next thing, I'm just gonna pick the whole thing up. This actually all is from the bins, but we've got this vintage kind of like rattan Asian. This is freaking heavy because of all the books. magazine rack. I didn't have a magazine rack. I'm addicted to buying coffee table books at the bins. I have a ton of them, pretty much all from the bins. A few of them I actually bought, but like for example, we have this one. It's Picasso, like from the 70s. Oh, if I can get it back in there. Other cool ones. This one I just picked up. It is ugly, but Sopranos, great show. We have the Sopranos book in here. Got some Toshin books too. We have a Portland book in here. Some more art books. We got a Marlon Brando book. Honestly, don't feel like taking them all out just because it's just gonna be annoying to do. Put that back. Let me see if there's anything else I can grab. It's not plugged into anything, doesn't have plants on it. All right, this thing, I don't even know. I think this is a serving tray of sorts, but we've got this, again, needs to be cleaned, but I kind of like the tarnish a little bit. We have this pewter serving tray. This is probably like actually mid-century modern. I think this maybe is supposed to be a carrot. It kind of reminds me of a pineapple, but right now it is just living on my coffee table. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, trying to think of if there's anything else I want to show you guys that's like right here. I get all my pans and stuff. If you guys know I like to cook, I get all my pans actually pretty much. Yeah, actually, no, not pretty much. Literally all my pans now are from the bins. Let's see. This is not from the bins, but if you guys want to get put on game, this was our other errand for the day. My candle burned out, so we got these at TJ Maxx. This is replacing the one that I had. I also have a tomato one that's in the bathroom that I'm burning right now, actually, so... And that one smells really good. But if you guys want to get put on game, buy your candles at TJ Maxx. $8 each. Last me like 6 months because I have a small apartment. Smell the same. Save like $50 on a candle. Sometimes the labels are kind of chewy though. We'll say that. But turn them around. Nobody's going to know it's from TJ Maxx. Also, hand soap. Buy your hand soap there. Same thing as Aesop, TJ Maxx. But yeah, I think that is it. All right, I lied. I'm not gonna try stuff on for you guys just because this camera setup is like so jank. I am telling you, it's literally held together by tape. So I haven't figured out like what's gonna be the best way to show you guys what I look like in the clothes. And you're not going to be able to see the pants, and you guys know what I look like in a shirt. So, yeah, no try on, but thank you guys for watching. Drop a comment down below what you think of our new mic setup, what you think of the thumbnails, and yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate everybody who buys stuff off of the eBay, follows me on Instagram. All those things will be linked down below. And have a great rest of your week, guys. And I will see you in the next one. I'm really excited about the content that I'm making, actually. I have some videos planned out that I think are going to kind of change the course of the channel a little bit while remaining true to what we do here and the content that you guys want to see. But be on the lookout for that. It's an exciting time. And yeah. I know I already signed off once, but we're signing off again for real this time. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your week.